Welcome everyone to Why Do You Do, a program about passion and purpose and why we do the things that we do. Today I'm in conversation with Alison Do. Alison, welcome to the program.
How are you? Thank you, Sam. I'm good. How are you?
Well, thanks. Very excited to have you on the program. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
It's a real pleasure. Okay, so we met about 2 years ago when I was working at SA Water and you were there in the graduate program.
Yeah.
So I think you've been there nearly 3 years now, is that right?
Yes, yeah, I think, yes, just past 3 years.
Well, congratulations, well done. Throughout that time, I've noticed you've done a great many things, including innovation advisor, data analyst, project coordinator, management systems coordinator, process improvement specialist, brand ambassador, and now you've graduated from the program maybe about 10 months ago, is that right?
Yes.
Yes. And
around that time, yeah.
Yeah, and now you hold the position as business improvement specialist.
Yes.
Wow,
yes,
so you've been on a very steep learning curve.
Yeah, I've been through lots of different things in the company.
Very good. SA Water is a wonderful organisation, and I'm very impressed with how far you're just skyrocketing, and it's really interesting to see the progression of your career.
Yeah, thank you.
But you know, not only do you do all these amazing things just in your 9-to-5 job, you also volunteer as Vice President of Public Relations for North Adelaide Toastmasters.
Yeah.
Business career mentor at University of South Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And SA operations for GovHack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very exciting. I don't know, just quickly, what is GovHack?
GovHack is a open data hackathon around South Australia. So normally we gather together every year to deliver some project which has social impact to the whole economy in South Australia, but it's also in Australia and New Zealand as well.
Okay, very interesting. Yeah. And so what do you do there?
So last few years, I held different positions, like a mentor. I participated before. So we won 3 awards in 2017. But after a while, I feel like I should contribute back to GovHack. So I volunteer as the operation team. I was one of the board member last year or the year before as well. But this year I come back as the advisor to the as a director at the moment. Okay,
well, that's interesting. But also, not only all those things that we just described, just listed off, you were part of the team that were finalists in the SA Water Innovation and Excellence Award in the collaborative category, which is very exciting. You're also nominated for the 7 News Young Achiever Awards South Australia for both career achievement and STEM categories.
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I'm very impressed. Like I said, that your career progression is going you're just marvelous anyway, very inspiring. Okay, so with this Young Achiever Awards, tell me more about it. What does STEM mean?
I think for the STEM nomination, so I've read my nomination is mostly around my volunteering work at Toastmaster and GovHack. And also about some of the work I've done in SA Water. So let me start with my daily work at SA Water.
Yes.
So I think the nomination is for my position when I was the management system coordinator. So I look after SAM. SAM is SAAM, Safety Assured Action and Manage. It's a safety system in SA Water. So every day, our field workers or anyone in the company, we log the incident, hazard, risk, mostly about the safety issues into the SAM system. So I'm the SAM admin behind that system, and I coordinate with the SME across the business, also the technology team to work on some STEM enhancement and some configuration behind the scene. So I provide support to the people who need some help to configure the system and do the monthly refresh upgrade on the system. So that's like my contribution to the safety in some as a water, and also some technical work in the STEM area. And for GovHack, as I mentioned before, I've been helping lots of different positions in GovHack. So from the participant to the volunteering team to the board member. So as GovHack is the open data hackathon. So what we do is using the data, which is, and also technology to deliver something and the project that is valuable to the economy and to the community. So taking the best use of data. Sometimes we also get feedback from the data if they are not properly used, or the data they are not very clean from the government, and we provide feedback to the government how can they improve the data set. So that's what I do in GovHack. And for Toastmaster, for personally in Toastmaster, in my club, North Adelaide Toastmaster, lots of people are coming from STEM background. So what I do in Toastmaster before is also practice my own public speaking skill. But also after I've been there like 5 years as well. So I have lots of experience in Toastmaster. So what I do is also I provide some career guidance and how can people practice more on the communication skill, public speaking skill, basically mentoring people in Toastmaster, how to get their first job in the industry.
Which we will talk more about. And it sounds like giving back to the community is really important to you and helping people.
And definitely I learned a lot from those volunteering work as well.
Excellent. So just going back in time, so where did you really start with your career, and how did that influence where you are today?
I think so my career, so after I graduated from my bachelor, I didn't go to work. I straight going to my master, which was 5 years ago. That's the reason why I came to Australia. So when I was studying, I tried to volunteer in those organizations during the internship in the STEM areas, where I think it will help me to get more experience and then end up having the full-time job after I graduated. So I think my career started when I was studying. So I have been doing lots of different works, even in the university, in some not-for-profit organizations, and small businesses as well. So my career started as some admin work at UniSA. And then after my first paid job at UniSA, I got into the website consultation and admin at a small shop in Harbour Town. That's an outlet shop called Z Life. So I'm the consultant over there for a while. And they are all part-time, because like for international students, we couldn't work full-time. But after a while, because of, I think what is important here is having the local experience is very important. And then having, what was that called? The reference, the local reference. Like they both are important and helping me to get the full-time job. And I think after a while, what did I do? I think I've been on and off doing lots of the consultation work, and then I had the internship at SA Water in the SCADA team, but it's mostly about engineering kind of thing, but it's an internship from UniSA and SA Water. However, after the internship, I still couldn't get a job at SA Water because they didn't have any position opening, but I just keep applying. So I applied for the engineering business coordinator, which is in the engineering team at that time. I was in my country. I was not in Australia.
Really?
But then I was so glad, like SA Water is happy to do the online interviewing. So I was doing lots of interviews online with SA Water, but at the end I still couldn't get the job. But I keep following up with people. So I just write the recruiter an email. Thank you very much. I hope I will cross paths in the future. I think what I normally do is after I get rejection, I just thank people and following up after that. And then the recruiter said, oh, maybe we should catch up after you come back to Adelaide. And then after I came back to Adelaide, I caught up with the recruiter. They offer me, they connect me with the manager. At that time is the IT assurance manager. Maybe not putting the name, but it's currently. So I'm
at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. So I end up meeting one of the managers in IT.
Yes.
And then they create a position called IT graduate for me. And that's how I end up getting my first paid full-time job in South Australia. It's not straightforward.
It's amazing, especially because you did all those remote interviews. That would have been would have made it even harder. But what I'm hearing, there's a few things. Firstly, persistence pays.
Yeah.
You just kept persisting and applying and communicating with SA Water in this. But also, when you were still studying, you were developing your career then. So you didn't study and then wait until nearly the end of your master's degree to then think, oh, maybe I should start applying for work. You were actively doing things to get local experience, get a local reference, and get into the industry.
Yeah, true. Because I know lots of my friends, even I think having working in some fields like working in restaurant or Uber, everything is fine. But I think what is important is also having the relevant experience we will have to get the job after we graduate. And some people, I think focusing on our studies is important, but also gaining experience. I think we should balance both together. Yeah.
So what would you say was your biggest challenge along the way?
I would say being an international student is not easy, especially if we don't have the valid working. We have valid working right, but lots of time when applying for job, people would prefer permanent resident or the citizen to apply for job. So as international student, I think we always struggle just getting to be eligible to apply for job. I think that's my biggest challenge at that time. But now I got my permanent residency already, so it's no longer my challenge at the moment. Yeah. I think also when I just graduated, because in my country we don't speak English very often. So I started speaking English more often after I came to Australia. So in my country, we mostly focus on listening and just reading. So no writing and not many speaking. That's why I think not just me, but for lots of international students, speaking fluently in English, doing public speaking in front of lots of people is a big challenge. Even for me now, I try to improve my English every day.
Yes. Well, it sounds like you're at a great advantage, actually, because you've spent the last 5 years developing your spoken English, and that is probably why you've also joined Toastmasters. Is that right?
Yeah.
But also to actually have that developed in you from an early age to listen and understand is an incredible quality to have, especially in your profession that you're in. So not only can you articulate well, but you can sit and listen and take in what people are saying, which is such an important part of communication. Yeah.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, so well done.
No, thank you. I'm trying to improve every day, to be honest.
Just one thing, so do I. So
Yeah.
when do you feel that when you're truly at your best? What, in other words, what defines those moments of excellence for you? When are you truly at your best, do you think?
I think, so to be honest, I think when I'm at my best, when I get the most motivated is when I experience some failure. So, so an example is when I graduated, I applied for a job and I got lots of rejection. And I still remember one recruiter where I was on a phone call with her. And I know she was a migrant as well, but she was telling me, oh, your English is not that good. You don't have valid working right as a permanent resident or a citizenship. But she also told me, oh, who want to invest in you? You might have just stayed here for 2 years. No company would want to recruit you. That's what she told me. And I got extremely shattered after that phone call. And I think like that's very sad. And I think it was a big failure for me at that time, because like I don't have any working visa right, and then I feel like she might be correct and I couldn't even find job here in Australia. But then I just took a step back and I think, oh, I just keep trying. Maybe not trying in her company, because I think if a recruiter like that, I wouldn't want to work in that culture. So I just keep trying again and again in lots of different companies. And then I think sometimes a setback is another step of us to move forward. So I feel like, oh, maybe I should look for something else. And yeah, I was very blessed to have lots of supportive people around me as well. And then, yeah, everything was okay. And then I found a job in Estee Lauder. And then I feel like, oh, I can prove that I can do something amazing, not based on what people told me about me. Yeah.
Really good. So what quality do you think it is that keeps you trying? It didn't allow you to give up. You just kept trying. You didn't give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to prove myself right. I just want to prove it to some people. Oh, if I can do it, other people can do it too. I just don't think too much. If I really want something, I just want to do it. Yeah, just do it. I don't know.
It works, and persistence pays. So what do you really love about your work?
I think at the moment, my work as a business improvement specialist, I get to work on a very exciting but also challenging project called KPI Clarity, Key Performance Indicator. So what I do is every month I report to the execs of how our company is performing based on the data provided by data providers across the business. So after we gather the data, we were able to, provide some insight of what works and what doesn't. And then we look into more details of how, what can be improved further for particular business unit. And I think what is very rewarding is firstly, I can apply my data skills doing all those dashboard Power BI thing and analysis skill as well. And our aim is to create not just a purpose-driven, but also a evidence-based leadership and culture in the company. And I think, yeah, if we are able to, if we're saying we are improving, and if we are saying we are a purpose-driven organization, we should be able to prove it with the data. And I think that's what's exciting for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting, actually. I'd love it. You can come to my work and help me with this. You capture customer data as well? or was it all operational?
Yeah, both. So I think both. So in the future, because at the moment, mostly the data is coming from our internal operations, but we also gather feedback like the brand health index, customer survey. We also have those kind of data to represent the voice of customer. We also have the voice of business. So we are trying to, how can we operate, but also helping our customer at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. In the future, we try to map it to, strategy, how we are progressing towards our company's vision, mission. Yeah.
Well, that's very important to understand how well we're meeting our goals and our strategies.
Yeah.
Very good. So in terms, just coming back to qualities and values, what is one value that you are unwilling to compromise on in terms of how you conduct your life and your work?
I think for me is, I know it sometimes it's quite harsh, but I don't give excuse to myself. So if I want to achieve something, I'll make the time and I'll make the effort to do it. I have been mentoring lots of my students as well from the university. And one thing I've told my students is, you just keep trying hard if you want to achieve something great. If we are giving excuse to ourselves, we are procrastinating towards our goals. I mean, we can procrastinate maybe a day.
We're allowed to sometimes.
We are allowed to do that sometimes. If we want to slow down for a bit, take a rest.
Yeah.
We can take rest, but I wouldn't recommend, to quit, give lots of excuses, because I think when we build that habit, it will be very hard for us to, achieve some goals if we set it up. So for myself, if I set up a goal within particular time, I'll try to achieve it. No excuses, especially going to a gym. I've been telling myself, no excuses. I need to go to gym today. Okay, I'll make my time to go to gym.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. I know sometimes it's quite harsh, but that is just me.
That's okay. What do you say to your students when things don't turn out the way they wanted to? They've tried to do something and it didn't work out.
I think sometimes it always happens, and I think we need to be flexible and be agile with all those changes. Sometimes, for example, for me, sometimes my career, it doesn't make sense to lots of people. My career path doesn't make sense to lots of people, because I've been moving from a technology graduate, and then I jumped to innovation advisor, and then I go to the data team, and I also trying to find my place in different business units, different teams in IT, data, innovation, and now I end up in business improvement. Sometimes I think it has been lots of different changes in my career path. And I think what we do is we need to be agile and be flexible with those changes. As far as our value don't change, it's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, it needs to be driven by our values and what we truly believe in.
Yeah. So I think it's good to also to try different things, because firstly, you understand what you want and what you don't want. But like you said, it helps you stay agile, and you get a lot of experience from them. You learn things that you can apply in other contexts. Yeah, definitely. And we can always learn some transferable skills in different careers, and then we just apply it to the next one. Yeah. Well, very good. So just in terms of people in your life, I'd like to know who has been a major influence on you and why. There might be more than one, but if you can only think of one.
Yeah. To be honest, there are a lot. To be honest, I feel like very blessed to have lots of people. Even when I was in my country or when I came here, lots of people have been influencing me and providing me lots of support. But maybe if for the most important influencer, I would say my parents, because my parents, they grew up when Vietnam was having a major war with America or France. Yeah, I think with America. And after a while, internally in my country, it was a mess during that time.
Yeah.
My parents, I think at that time, they were still teenagers and in their 20s. They tried lots of different careers. They used to work in their family business. And then they also tried photographing, doing makeup for people, trying lots of different things, but none of those work out. But they just keep trying lots of different things, lots of different career paths. But I think one thing, I think what they really want to achieve over there is not like a certain career path, but they really want to make money. And they have lots of siblings, so they have to raise their younger siblings. I think that that's their drive to earn more and more money. And what they do is like they just try on different things. And I think I lost count of how many careers they have tried before, but then they end up having their own small business. They were doing jewelry, so they are earning really well. And now they are also trying in the real estate area.
Right. So it sounds like they've also tried lots of different things and really kept agile.
Yeah, kept agile, yes, definitely.
But it also sounds like some of those values about giving back to your community and helping others as well.
True. Yeah, true. Yeah. So I think my parents have been a major influencer of me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, lovely, beautiful. Okay, so just in terms of advice that you can give to others, and you've already touched on a number of things, but maybe we can just recap now. So in my career coaching work, I speak to a lot of people who are graduates or aspirational professionals. Maybe they want to be business process specialists or business analysts or something else. So in terms of what you've done, what has made a difference for you, and how do you think that can help others?
Yeah, I think for the values, I think definitely not to give up very easily, like try our best every day, trying to learn lots of different things.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think what is important also is try to build our network. I think volunteering, one of the reasons why I volunteer a lot is not just giving back to the community, but also enhance my network, because I can find lots of like-minded people who also want to help others and contribute to the community. So building our network, whether we are working, I still try to make some time to volunteer, because I can meet lots of like-minded people, share my ideas. Building the network. Not to give up that easily. I think they are the two major things I want to give advice to people.
Okay, thank you, Alison. So just for you, what's next for you in terms of life and career? This is a surprise question.
Yes. That's interesting. What do I want to do? I think I have a few goals in mind. I bought my house last year after I got my PR. But now I want to try my place on the real estate area as well, try to be an investor. So I want to learn about investing, not just my time, but also investing my money and how to, earn some more income. Is there anything else? No, I just, yeah, I also want to enhance my communication skills doing public speaking. One of the goals I want to have is be a TED Talk speaker. So yeah, I know it's very tough, but yeah, trying. Yeah.
Remember me when you're famous.
Yeah. But I'm still trying to improve my public speaking skills.
Yes.
Yeah, I think those are the two things I can think of at the moment.
Well, like you said, it's always, for you, it's important to keep improving and keep trying.
Yeah.
You're doing very well. Thank you for sharing
you.
your experience and wisdom with us today. And your story is very inspiring.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I feel honored to be here, to be honest.
Thank you. I wish you all the very best with everything you do and everything that you're going to do as well.
Yeah.
So I'm Sam Cordes in conversation with Alison Do. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sam.